today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings versus Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Detroit Lions.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th is a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 68 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you've noticed where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 11. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Now Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the bearded one in his 17th season in the NFL, the well-traveled Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. When you practice these situations, it's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A run there with Cook not going to be successful, as he'll lose a couple of yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 12. Throwing is Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run. Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break. Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Six nothing our score after 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got 1 there. First down, Fitzpatrick. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And connecting here with DJ Shark.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And Fitzpatrick's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. On the down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And it's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. To throw, Fitzpatrick, and in for the Lions, touchdown. Hunter Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins to throw it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, it's Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Cousins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Cousins' throw taken in here by Fuller. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 42 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 29, Fitzpatrick. And Shark calls it in. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision.
Yeah, is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. To throw on 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We get things started in the Midwest. Green Bay heading south to take on Cincinnati. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Chris Conley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. In our game, we got to see a little Fitz magic. Ryan Fitzpatrick looking good. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Fitzpatrick. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And
a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. and they believe he can be a three-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Sharks got it left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fitzpatrick. This is caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, it's Cook. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some room to maneuver. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Fitzpatrick now. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He's got Smith here. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Play fake. Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Fuller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Cook.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Cousins. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. They'll throw again. Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Following the interception, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Khalif Raymond now. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Swift. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Second and 11 now. Here's Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Fitzpatrick. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 17-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here's Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins over the middle, complete. That's Cook. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it down here to the 43. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Lions have recovered.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Lions offense set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Cousins and the Vikings down by 9, under a minute 20 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Detroit, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.